Coming up, Disney announces several special events coming this summer to Disneyland and Walt Disney World, and we'll tell you about the announcement that will see big changes to the Disney Wonder and the Disney Magic. Also this week, Kevin Close will have his review of Ohana, and we'll have part 3 of the Diz Team Goes West segment this week, focusing on the Disneyland resorts and downtown Disney. We're coming to you from the New Jersey Diz Meet Weekend in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and this is the Diz Unplugged. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Coming to you from Bridgewater, New Jersey. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, Kathy Whirling, Teresa Eccles, Sean Thompson, Julie Martin, and Corey Martin. And, of course, our amazing production team, Dustin West and Craig Williams. We are so happy to be here and see this crowd show up in my home state, New Jersey. You guys really came out and represented, and we have to say thank you to the wonderful team of folks that set this up. Of course, Nikki Mancini did such a great job. Linda and John Andrews, Matt Dobrovolsky, Kathy Pekakanis, Phyllis DeMeo, and Lois and Greg Cyrek. Also, some very helpful volunteers who helped out this morning, Jeff and Val Alves. And, of course, our Canadian friends, Sarah McWhirter and Bonnie Holloman, for helping out with the setup. And I got a chance to peruse a few minutes ago where we were with the auction items, and you guys really dug deep and donated a lot of money for some great items. I think at the end, the tally here is going to be fantastic. I can't thank you enough. No, it gets me. No, it does. It gets to me. It gets to me. It's, you know.
We don't even know the totals yet.
I can a Ninja Turtle.
Wait till we hear the totals.
I don't
He's going to
care
need
what
the whole box of tissues.
I don't care what the total is.
Yeah.
I don't care what the total is. Look at what's in front of you right now.
No.
You know, look at what's in front of you. And, you know, we sit in a room and do this. And we know you guys are out there. Wow, give me a tissue. I mean, we know you guys are out there, but you see something like this, and I don't know. It really does. It really does mean the world to me, and it means the world to us that you come out and support this, and people would spend the kind of time and effort putting this together that they do, and to think that it's happening so many times this year. Of course, the New England meet coming up the weekend of the 28th. Am I correct? In Leominster, Massachusetts.
Leominster.
We have the Nova Scotia meet coming up August 11th. We have the Indianapolis meet coming up September 7th. It's just, you know, you don't think that people are going to come together. I don't know.
It's nice to know there are this many good people in the world.
It really is.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It really is. And that so many of them listen to our show and support us in everything that we do like this. And I know Give Kids the World really appreciates it. And I know I certainly do. And I know I speak for John and Kevin, who couldn't be here. They're getting ready to travel. John and Kevin will be at the New England meet, though. And so we're excited about that. They're showing up for something. So. Just want to remind everyone, bowling is tonight at 7 o'clock. Yes, I'm going to bowl.
Are you not good at bowling? Is that why you're not excited?
He doesn't want to wear the shoes, probably.
It's not the shoes. It's the sight of my fat ass going down a lane.
Well, you don't go down the lane.
Oh, you want
He's been doing it wrong the whole time.
You want to bet?
Oh, I just got a really bad visual.
I'm not going there. Oh, we're not live. That's right. We can edit.
That's good.
I think the little ears are in the playground, so
Yep.
we should be good.
Yeah, okay, good. And then tomorrow's breakfast, 8:30 at the Time to Eat diner. I told Nikki 8:30. You're out of your minds.
Oh, yeah.
You're out of your minds. I'm not getting up at 8:30. But I don't know. Maybe we will be there. We'll see. We'll see how late it is tonight. But yeah, we're real excited to be here. I've had a great time going back to the old stomping grounds. Of course, everyone now knows about Dustin's first time gambling. Took him down to Atlantic City Wednesday night, playing 4-card poker. He puts a $25 bet on the table, gets 4 of a kind, 50 to 1. And the look on his face was priceless. See, now the look on my face, and the people from New Jersey will appreciate this, the look on my face was priceless as we were driving to the hotel. And he said, "What an interesting name for a town, Piscataway."
I don't get it.
It's Piscataway.
Oh.
And he was,
Because that's how I pronounced it too.
It's Piscataway. It's really not that glamorous. But no, it's been fun being here. How about you guys? I know you guys have been doing some stuff. What have you been up to?
We have.
Would you like to talk about it?
Kathy and I have been driving around for 2 days doing some shopping and checking out the little town. We found a bicycle encased in stone. We drove by it about 6 times and finally we stopped. And I don't even know what is it about?
It was the first bike tour or something, but we kept going by the senior citizen housing and wondered why there was this bike in a case with 3 benches in front of it. Like, it must have been something
right there
really
at the
important.
senior housing place. And I'm thinking, okay, so I don't know if maybe he's in there. I don't know.
I don't
it was
know.
a really old
I
bike.
have the pictures that tell the story.
But it was
I haven't-
interesting. So anyway, we did that. We did some antique shopping and a lot of eating. It's been fun.
Went to the diner we're going to tomorrow and had a great grilled cheese sandwich. Really, really good.
I miss Jersey diners.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It was like a 45-page menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. But we've had a lot of fun. I want to come back. It's a nice area.
New Jersey's cool.
It's
Everybody.
not what I thought it was going to be.
Everybody thinks because everybody thinks New Jersey is the turnpike when you get out of the airport, and it's not. It's a beautiful state. I was back in my hometown, Ocean Grove, and actually got a chance to go into my old middle school. They had turned it into a performing arts center, and every time I come back to Ocean Grove, I'd see it and I'd be like, love to go back in there, but it never looked open or like anything was happening. As we drove into town, though, we noticed people in the parking lot, and we're going in and out. And I just said, I just want to go see. And I asked a woman, I said, can I walk in here? And she's like, oh, yeah, absolutely. And, when you experience those things as a kid, the buildings look so big. I walked in, I'm like, wow, it's so much smaller than I remember. But then the first thing I went to was, oh God, the architecture in here is fabulous. Something I wouldn't have said at 9 years old. Or I probably would have, but I got beaten up for it. When you're the only kid in the 5th grade who knows all the words to Funny Girl backwards and forwards, you have a tough life. But it was cool to be able to do that and see the town. And Asbury Park, I hadn't been down Cookman Avenue in 20 years in Asbury Park. For those of you who know the area, Cookman Avenue was a disaster for so long, and they have just completely revitalized it. So that was really cool. I couldn't believe I was eating at a restaurant on Cookman Avenue. Yeah, it's been really cool being back up here again. Getting to see my family and hang out. So, what did you guys do?
Went to
We
Ocean
drove
Grove
to Ocean
yesterday.
Grove.
That's right. You were in Ocean Grove yesterday, right?
Yeah, right. Let the kids walk up and down the boardwalk.
What had been rebuilt already.
Yeah.
They're really moving very quickly. I mean, in my opinion.
Well, I think most of the people in New Jersey would disagree with you on that assessment.
When you live in it, maybe it's different. But from what I saw after the storm until now, I think it's amazing what they've already done.
Well, I think it's also important, for the people not in New Jersey to remember that, after Hurricane Sandy, there's still a lot of destruction, and they're not, you forget after a while. Once the news reports stop, you kind of forget that happened, and, but they are rebuilding, and, I was sad to see the Ocean Grove Pier went, but that went, 15 years ago, that went in another storm, and they said that when they rebuilt it, this one will last. No, didn't. So they're not rebuilding it again, but It's too bad. Sean and Craig just got in last night.
At 11 o'clock. So all of New Jersey we've seen is the hotel lobby.
But
It was pretty interesting, though.
For those of you who were following
Yeah,
the live
Corey.
coverage on the site of the press event, I thought they did an amazing job getting that stuff out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And that's kind of a good segue into the news because they did announce, some cool stuff.
Every single news story it came from the past 2 days in the press event. So, so I'll just go right into it. Disney parks to stay open for 24 hours on May 24th. During the Monstrous Summer press event this week, George Kalogridis delivered the announcement with a larger-than-life Mike Wazowski, which was projected onto Spaceship Earth. Mike talked about how much he loves summer vacation and that we need to cram as much fun in as we can. So how better to do that than by pulling an all-nighter? To kick off Monstrous Summer on May 24th, the first day of Memorial Day weekend, 3 of the U.S. Disney parks will be open for a full 24 hours. The Magic Kingdom, Disneyland Park, and Disney's California Adventure will open at 6 a.m. on the 24th and close at 6 a.m. on the 25th. And then they'll all reopen on the 25th at normal park hours. So this is pretty big because it's the first time 3 U.S. Disney parks have done it.
Well, okay, and I think that's great. I think it's great that the Magic Kingdom is going to be open in 2 California parks. And I can understand Animal Kingdom not being open. I mean, there's some other considerations there that the other theme parks don't have. But why not Epcot and Hollywood Studios too? If you're going to do it, do it. It didn't make any sense to me that.
Maybe they don't want 24 hours worth of drunkenness at Epcot.
Well, California Adventure, that would be the best park to be in for 24 hours. So I'm sure they're going to serve until 2 a.m. California Adventure.
Well, I agree, but like you said, I think that's great. I just don't. I didn't understand why they limited it.
Do you think that if they did all of those parks, people would actually go?
Yes.
Would you?
But
Yeah.
But if you had the choice between Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios to spend 24 hours in,
I think that
Tower all night.
since they did the 24 hours in Magic Kingdom, I was looking forward to them doing it in a different park because it's like I've done my time in Magic Kingdom, for that
It's
event.
not prison, Kathy.
No, I
It
mean,
was horrible or something.
no, it wasn't
Been
horrible.
there.
It wasn't horrible, but it's like it would have been fun to experience another park for that length of time.
Okay. There's some ugly going on over here right now. Sean just reached over and took one of
I took a
Teresa's
brown one.
M&Ms.
It was
He's
brown,
lucky
though, right?
he didn't pull back a bloody stump.
it's my reward for the news story.
Throw the
Oh, is
next
that what
one
we're
in
going
your
to do?
mouth.
Like after every news story? I got to throw an M&M in your mouth? Okay. And I have spent way too much time on touchscreen computers lately because I keep doing this to my Mac. I can't understand why it's not working.
Now, Sean, how was seeing the projection on the on Spaceship Earth? Like from the video, it looked awesome.
I loved it.
Oh, I wish
Yeah.
they did it all the time.
I don't know why they wouldn't. They have this technology now, and it doesn't cost them anything to just replay it. I don't know why they wouldn't use it for something.
I thought
Not
they were
too
going to
much.
leave it
I don't
on
want
there
it.
every once in a while.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, they have technology to do things with lights?
Oh, Lord. No.
Yes, Kathy.
Give Kathy a M&M for that.
You get one green
A
one.
purple
Oh,
one.
thanks.
Yeah, but it was fantastic the way they did it, and they had a little stage set up. Yeah, we have the video online, so you can go see that. But everyone that was there that saw it in person, it was cool. They loved it.
Now, they also announced some other things going on this summer.
Yes, they did. So this is kind of my second news story. It's like random announcements that don't really fit together, but I'll read them together anyway.
You're so weird.
Thank you.
It's okay, Sean. You can be a member of the Weird Club with
All
me.
right, I'm fine. I have my membership card. So as part of this year's Limited Time Magic campaign, Walt Disney World will host an entire Star Wars-related day at Disney's Hollywood Studios on May 4th, 2013. Sorry, I still have M&M. This pre-Star Wars weekend experience, which Disney is calling May the 4th Be With You,
Oh, it's so cute.
will feature Star Wars characters around the park, special event merchandise, and Star Wars entertainment, including a special Star Wars-themed fireworks show at the end of the day.
That's when
I
we
fell
need
asleep
to
a
go.
little
That's what we're, yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to do.
Because of
May
my
4th.
reading or just because of the
No,
story?
because it's Star Wars.
I think the fireworks will be cool.
I think Star Wars themed fireworks, that might be.
I wonder if they're going to bring those. If they're
You like
successful,
little
they bring them
lasers?
into.
Well, no, well, it's Hollywood Studios, and I wish they would go back to doing regular fireworks at Hollywood Studios. Back in the day, they did. I mean, you could see a fireworks show, but
Yeah.
so just for that, just to see a fireworks show that's not on New Year's Eve.
Okay, how many have seen Star Wars?
Yeah, there they are.
Okay.
I think the better question is how many haven't.
Me?
Wow.
You're not
Wow.
missing anything, really.
Wow.
Hey, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Right?
So let me. Well, we have an audience here. Because this is always a point of discussion for us on the show. For those of you who have seen Star Wars, are you looking forward to what Disney does with it? Yes. Now, who said no? Why not?
They're adding to the classic.
You could have said that. You could have said, the response was they're messing with the classic. You could have said that about J.J. Abrams taking over Star Trek, but my God, he did an amazing job with it. And it's J.J. Abrams that's going to do it. So I'm excited about it. I really am.
I've never seen Star Trek.
No.
I'm going to if you haven't seen the most recent Star Trek movie, you really need to.
Oh, there's more than one.
We don't let him out from behind the computer. Yeah, the J.J. Abrams one is really quite good. And I think if you look at that, compared to what you might think Star Trek should have been, I think you'll get a good idea for what they'll do with Star Wars. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I know, Dustin, you're looking forward to it. So just us. Nobody else.
Are you guys going to go on May 4th?
I don't think we can. I think we're traveling again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why every time they announce something like this, I mean, we're not going to be here for the 24-hour
I know.
thing. We're not going to be here for this.
Teresa,
Yeah, we get back
I'll be there.
from this,
Whose
and we
fault
turn
is
around
that?
and run another trip.
Well, I'll be there for the May.
Trying to make sure you have a job, woman.
Are you going to go live tweet it? Huh? You going to live tweet?
I'll live tweet from the Star Wars thing. Yeah. May the 4th be with you. That's so
We'll make you a
cool.
hashtag.
Yeah, they got to do something at the naming.
No, it's so cute.
Well, that's like a real thing. People say that it's like
May the
day.
4th be with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then those people should be slapped.
I don't disagree.
Stop it. Okay, you enjoy the movie. So do I. Stop
Is that the first weekend of Star Wars weekend?
No, it's actually not. It's way before. Like at least 2 weeks before, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have to go watch the movie now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, we'll
Corey and I
watch the
prefer the
movies.
day after May 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
That's the drinking
start
thing.
practicing
Corey knew
tonight.
that, right?
He's pretty good at it.
Corey's a professional.
At what?
Drinking.
You weren't paying attention. And he's good at that, too.
Yeah, you just get near
I
tequila.
love you.
Tequila is not a good idea for Corey.
Unless
What do
it's
you-
at
what do you-
150
what do you
on the
call-
ship.
What do you call tequila?
He calls it liquid aggression.
Liquid aggression.
Liquid aggression.
Wow.
None tonight.
That's why we drink wine.
You need an M&M down there?
Okay, so then Disney also. I was just waiting.
Go from Star Wars to Cinco de Mayo.
Disney announced a new daytime parade coming to the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. They announced that the parade will be called Disney's Festival of Fantasy Parade, and it's coming in the spring of 2014, and it will celebrate New Fantasyland with innovative floats, costumes, and an all-new soundtrack that will feature songs from popular Disney films. A new theme song is also being developed for the parade. In this parade, we'll see nods to The Little Mermaid, Sleeping Beauty, Dumbo, Pinocchio, Peter Pan, Tangled, and Brave.
Because we've never seen anything like that before, right?
The artist renderings look beautiful.
But they're
excited.
I'm
doing,
sure it is, but it's the same thing. It's like parade of licensees. It's
but Sean, aren't they doing new floats instead of
brand
doing
new
the
floats.
recycle the magic floats that they've used?
It
for
almost
the
has
last-
like a sensational kind of feel to it. At least
Yeah.
the drawings do. Yeah. So I
I don't know. I have a hard time getting excited about the parades because, like you said, they've always been recycled.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
And the current one has been there for 4 years, I think, because it debuted when I started my college program. So it's about time.
I think so.
Yeah.
Now the all that stuff. I had to make a decision with Craig and Sean about covering the press event, knowing that some of it was conflicting with the plans for them coming up here. And had it just been that stuff, they'd have been here on Thursday. I wouldn't have made them go. It was this, that I said, okay, no, we got to be there. We got to be there to hear what it is they're actually going to do to the wonder and the magic.
This was definitely the biggest part. This happened yesterday morning. So enhancements are coming to Disney Cruise Line's debut ship, the Magic. Not only the Magic, nothing about the Wonder has been announced. As of right now, it's going in dry dock next year, I believe. But as of right now, it's only about the Magic. Several exciting enhancements.
It's coming to the Wonder.
Yeah, for sure. Several announcements were announced for Disney Cruise Line's first ship, the Disney Magic. The lobby will be redesigned with an Art Deco motif and feature colors of the sea like coral, blue, and aquamarine. The carpet will feature a seashell design. If guests look up, they will notice the chandelier is meant to act as the sun in the space. Stop laughing. The sun in the space and golden yellow rays stretch across the ceiling.
Okay, well, now you get the gays' attention.
The youth clubs will get an overhaul as well. The nursery will be
I
transformed.
love how he's chewing on M&Ms while he's doing the news.
I'm sorry.
He's in
I
Jersey.
don't even hear it.
I'm just trying to get through this.
No, just anybody got some gummy can snap?
All right. The nursery will be transformed into It's a Small World nursery based on the theme park attraction, just like the nurseries on the Disney Dream and the Disney Fantasy. New to any Disney cruise ship will be Marvel's Avengers Academy. Children will be in charge of a command post directing the Avengers' secret missions and trainings.
That's cool.
This was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think this was a big thing because this is their first real, kind of project with the Marvel Avengers. So.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just thinking interventions, but that doesn't really count. Also brand new to any Disney ship is the Aqua Dunk, a 3-story body slide. Riders will step inside a clear tube, and the floor under them opens like a trap door.
No. Oh, no. Seriously?
A trap door, sending them on a near vertical drop that will eventually take them 20 feet over the side of the ship.
And I would get stuck. I'd be stuck in the middle of this tube like a kidney stone.
Did you see the video?
Oh, the video's
like
great,
They
yeah.
count it down 3, 2, 1, and the door
opens up?
the floor opens up, and you go zip.
Well, I know they had looked at, we'd heard that they had looked at putting an Aqua Duck on the Magic the same way they were doing it on the Dream, but structurally the ship wasn't built to handle it, so they couldn't. So this is what they came up with in its place.
And this ship is okay to handle it, though?
It's like attached to one of the
No,
smokestacks.
probably not. I think
They're just going to
Okay,
take a
so
chance.
people
gonna
are going to
turn
get flung out into the Atlantic.
I didn't see the pictures. It
They're
sounds
hoping it works.
It sounds like, what is that movie, Willy Wonka, where that little kid's in the
Yes, he
chocolate
gets stuck in
chute? Yeah. He's like stuck in that little tube of chocolate.
Well, it
and
goes
they
the
have
opposite direction. You
That's
get shot
exactly
out
what's
of
going to
it.
happen to us, Teresa. We are not riding that.
I'm not getting in that, no.
Oh,
No,
yes,
no.
you are.
No,
If
no,
it's going to launch you out into the Atlantic, I'll put you on it myself.
And the tube goes 20 foot out over the side.
Kinda
of
like the
ship.
Aqua Duck does, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
you're
looks like it starts
so it
out
does
like
curve?
a
Out
mini
there.
summit plummet. It'll
Oh,
go down,
no.
it'll curve
Well,
around.
the scariest part is that you stand on this platform and it counts to 3, and at 3, the bottom drops.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
And you're just standing there waiting?
yeah.
Yep.
No. And you just drop into nothing.
How much money do
no,
you
you're in a
think
slide.
we could raise?
No. Nothing.
I bet if we raise $10,000, we get Teresa to do it.
For 20,000, we should make her go do it head first.
No, for
Do a
20,000.
handstand.
But go. For 20,000, I want her in a 2-piece.
No, you don't. Eminem.
All right, so changes are coming to the ship's dining establishments as well. Animators Palette and
Thank
Paulo.
you, Jesus.
Animators Palette and Paulo will both get an update, while new restaurants, cabanas, and karaoke's will be new additions to the ship. The nightclub area of the ship will also be getting a complete overhaul. These enhancements will take place while the ship is in dry dock from September 7th to October 10th of this year in Cadiz, Spain.
Okay. I don't doubt them. I really don't doubt that in the span of a month, they can redo the ship. But what I think is interesting, did they mention anything at all about changing up the kitchen facilities?
I didn't hear anything about the kitchen facilities,
Okay,
but they are
because
doing.
the problem isn't the theme of the restaurants. The problem is the food in the restaurants on those 2 ships. And I know I've noticed the times that I've been on the Fantasy and the Dream, the food is several steps higher in quality and flavor and imagination and existence than what we get on the Wonder and the Magic. And after pressing some people on it, I finally got somebody to admit they completely redid how the kitchens are laid out on the Dream and the Fantasy, allowing them to do more fresh prep. If you ask them on the Magic and the Wonder, they will tell you with pride, I swear to God, our food is plated to order. Plated to order. Which is, I guess, supposed to make you think, ooh, it's fresh. It's not. It was cooked a month and a half ago. But it's plated when you order it. Well, thanks for that. Wow, that really makes me feel special. But the way those kitchens are set up, they can't do it. It's one of the reasons you order a steak medium rare and it comes out well done, because it's been sitting there for 30 minutes and steak continues to cook. It's not cooked when you order it. And if you go, I've taken the kitchen tour, and one thing that they really don't like to show you are the
kitchen?
The area of the kitchen where the food is basically left in a warmer, waiting for you to order it and plated. Now, I understand it's challenging to serve 800 meals all within the span of 90 minutes to 2 hours. But they do it really well on the Dream and the Fantasy. And what I was really hoping, and I am really hoping, is that with whatever they're doing on the Magic and the Wonder, that some kind of change to how the kitchen preps the food will be done, because that's the big problem. It drives me insane for the amount of money, especially now that the Wonder and the Magic are doing these special itineraries. If you're going to Alaska, we're doing it in a few weeks. You're in a balcony stateroom for that 7 days, you're going to pay about $5,000 or $6,000 for that stateroom. And for that kind of money, when you consider Norwegian and Royal Caribbean are doing the same itinerary for half that, and the food's going to be a lot, well, I don't know about the food on Royal Caribbean, but the food on Norwegian in the regular dining rooms was out of this world. And that's been a big pet peeve of mine, as you all know, for a long time, and I was really hoping that we'd hear something about the kitchens themselves being redone to allow for that. I mean, I'm glad they're doing something to the restaurants, but for the love of God, do something about the food on those damn ships. It is ridiculous.
Mini rant, people.
Mini rant, little rant.
One good thing, we got to talk to a lady that was a representative from DCL, and she did mention some updates coming to the staterooms. So updated
finishes,
fabrics, stuff like that. They're actually raising the bed up so you can put stuff underneath it.
They're doing,
like the new ships.
Do you think they'll be the same beds as the new ships? Same?
I don't know. They might.
Because those beds are fantastic.
Yeah.
The beds on the new ships are fantastic.
Now, how long is the Magic going to be down for this?
Only like a month.
Like a day.
5 weeks.
I was looking at some of these artist renderings. It almost seems like impossible for them to do this. It's amazing the change they're doing.
I mean, isn't that, well, I mean, a standard refresh is what, 2 weeks?
Yes.
They normally have it in dry dock for about 2 weeks. So
I know when they put that new lounge above the coffee shop on the Wonder, we had sailed the cruise before it was going into dry dock, and they were already building it as we were cruising. So I'm sure for this, they're probably going to be doing some stuff before it actually goes into dry dock.
Well, I wonder how much they can do, because they're talking about changing dining venues. You can't bring those down for any length of time. The kids' clubs, you can't bring those down for any length of time. Disney's not going to take blocks of rooms offline on sailings before that. So they're really going to have to do most of this in that 5 week period. I mean, look, I don't think they've ever missed a deadline with something like that, and I don't think Cruise Line will. But interested to see what they end up doing. Now, and no talk about adding Remy.
No.
Because that's a rumor we've been hearing a lot about lately, is that they're going to be adding Remy to the Magic and the Wonder. So I was surprised that wasn't part of this. I was hoping it was going to be. But has anybody had a chance to do Remy yet?
Yes.
Couple people? It's extraordinary. It really is an extraordinary restaurant. But
yeah, we have all the pictures, the artist renderings, and everything on the site, and video of the announcements. So you can go watch that. And there's also an animation of the Aqua Dunk.
We'll have links to that in the show notes page. It is unplugged.com. and the great job that Sean and Craig did covering that.
Thanks.
And,
it was fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
You get to stay at the Grand Floridian for the first time?
It was beautiful. A little grandma-ish.
Hey, watch what you say about grandma.
Grandma,
It's fine. It's lovely, but
it's lovely.
It was very floral.
Lovely.
It is. It's yeah. But all right. Well,
It was
thank
nice.
you. Thank you for that. We're going to move on to rapid fire, but before we do that, once we're done with rapid fire, we're going to do some Q&A. We have the microphone set up over here. So if you have something you'd like to ask us about, you can go ahead and start queuing up over that way, I guess, toward the don't rush. But just figure I'd let people know that before we get started. I'm going to start off the rapid fire. As we always do in these shows, we find something local. And Dustin and I discovered something really cool walking down the boardwalk in Asbury Park. Other than the fact there were no hookers and drug dealers, we came across the Silver Ball Museum and Arcade.
Yes, that's the greatest place in the world.
So do you like it?
It is silverballmuseum.com. Again, we'll have a link on the show notes page, 1000 Ocean Avenue, Asbury Park. I haven't been in an arcade on the boardwalk in Asbury Park since I was a kid. And so I saw this, and I'm like, okay, I just want to go in and check it out. What was really neat was that it's kind of like a pay one price deal. You can pay for like an hour, you can pay for 2 hours, you can get a season pass, and no quarters. For the time that you buy, all the games are free. And when I talk about, they have pinball machines from the 50s. They have some stuff from the 30s. They have the old skee ball machines. For those of you from the area, do you remember the casino and the Palace in Ocean Grove and Asbury Park? A lot of the same sorts of games that were in there when I was growing up as a kid, I was seeing in this place. And it was really cool. Brilliant idea. And I was talking to one of the guys who worked there, and I asked him how business was. And he goes, our first few years were really good, but then after Sandy hit, like all the businesses in the area, they really took a big hit, and people didn't know they were open. So if you're in the area and you've ever played a pinball machine and enjoyed it, you will have the time of your life in this place. These things are restored impeccably. I'm talking about these pinball machines from the 70s that look brand new, and you can tell a lot of love and care has been put in to preserving these. And what I really loved was each pinball machine had a placard above it with an explanation, like the date and the whole story behind the machine, and what the idea was behind it, and it was really, really cool. So it's a Silver Ball Museum and Arcade in Asbury Park on the boardwalk. If you have a chance, please go check that out. And we'll go over to Mrs. Martin.
She doesn't like iPads, so she uses mine.
All right, people. Mine is. Wait, this is not right. Okay, here it is. Wait. It's Rebuild Seaside's summer comedy series. It's going to be going on all summer long. They're, obviously raising money to help rebuild the seaside, just in case you didn't know. And the kickoff event is set to be held in Count Basie
Count Basie.
Theater.
Basie Theater in Red Bank.
It seats 1,500 people in the Red Bank on Saturday, May 25th from 8 to 11. This is just not the right site.
Looking at me?
I was looking at you.
No anniversarying tonight.
I was looking at you because he pulled it up for me, and I didn't look over it beforehand. I just assumed he pulled up the right thing because he's very good at that, right?
Yes. Usually.
So.
But apparently not today.
Yeah. No nookie for snooky.
No, I just wanted to give a. So I just want to say who was going to be featured. Some of the comedians. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them or not. So Bonnie McFarlane, Chris DiStefano, Dave. Good Lord have mercy. His name is Dave. I can't say these names. And Rich Voss, Bonnie McFarlane again. It's statistic.
It's a veritable who's that of comedians.
Yes. But I just, it's going to raise money to help rebuild the seaside, so I think that's great. So go out and see it if you want to. May 25th, June 29th, July 27th, August 17th, and August 31st are the concert dates.
Awesome. Thank you, Mrs. Martin. Mr. Martin. I bet he got his right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is interesting. The first annual happening next week is the Newark International Flower and Garden Festival.
Oh, cool.
They're going to feature all of the... Yeah, Newark. They're known for flower and gardens, right? Yeah?
Newark is famous for their flower
And the
garden.
second annual is going to be held in Camden. Yeah.
I think they're starting to get it now.
Yeah, I
The
don't
third
get it.
annual will be held. It hasn't been announced yet.
And the Trenton Parade of Homes.
Yeah, that's in the fashion fair too. There's also, in addition to that, keep an eye out for that one. There's the Festival of Ballooning happening July 26th through the 28th. There's over 100 hot air balloons that they're releasing at one given time.
Over Newark. It's target practice.
We just got the driving tour of Newark at night.
When is it?
When's what?
The Festival of Ballooning?
You don't even pay attention, do you?
You didn't say.
July 28th through the 20.
Did you?
July 26th through the 28th. They're gonna have some. Who are the headliners? Big and Rich. Y'all know who Big and Rich is, and also Blues Traveler. They'll be playing there.
That's cool.
They're still releasing
okay.
some of the
That's good.
details about this. So, balloonfestival.com. Just seeing over 150 hot air balloons going up in the air at
That's
the same
right
time
around my birthday.
would be really cool.
It would be cool.
Sweet. So check that out.
Great. Thank you, Corey. Mrs. Whirling.
Okay, is it Hereford or Hereford? Nobody knows where that's at, so I
Hereford.
can
Like a heifer
Hereford.
cow?
Hereford.
Spelling there.
Okay. The 2013 Hereford, and I apologize if I said Inlet Lighthouse Maritime Festival is July 20th and 21st. This takes place at the Hereford Lighthouse in North Wildwood. It's a celebration of life by the sea. Pirates, performers, and demonstrations by men and women of the sea. And great food. I'd want to come back and just see what men and women of the sea look like.
Like peg leg people or something.
Yeah. Hey, matey. Yeah.
I picture sea monkeys.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, the places my mind goes.
That's my rapid fire.
All right. Thank you, Kathy. Teresa.
All right. May 29th to June 30th at the Paper Mill Playhouse, Disney's Little Mermaid, the Under the Sea sensation. In a magical kingdom beneath the sea, the beautiful young mermaid Ariel longs to leave her ocean home to live in the world above, based on one of Hans Christian Andersen's most beloved stories, with music by 8-time Academy Award winner Alan Menken. It's a hauntingly beautiful love story for the ages. Come fall in love with the magic for the first time or all over again.
This is in regional theater?
It's
Paper Mill
on tour.
Playhouse. Yeah, it's on tour.
Oh, it's on tour. Okay.
Thank you for explaining us the story of Little Mermaid.
That was my favorite part, though.
Because no one knows the story.
I don't. I haven't seen the movie yet.
She hasn't seen the movie yet.
That's weird. Give her an M&M for the weird club.
Yellow for weird.
All right, mine is also at the Paper Mill Playhouse in Millburn, New Jersey.
I want to come back for this.
Well, it's right now. Right
is it
now,
right now?
right now through May 5th, Thoroughly Modern Millie is being
Leave it to
performed
Sean to come up with the gayest rapid fire.
there. I told her that. This is very exciting. I love
It
Thoroughly
is
Modern Millie.
exciting.
Yeah.
I love Thriller Modern
I don't know how far away that is, but Millburn?
It's not far.
We should all go.
Nothing in New Jersey is far away from anything else. I mean,
Yeah.
it really is not a large
It's a tiny little state.
It is. Most densely populated state, though.
I would believe that.
We live on top of each other.
And you people are crazy drivers. From firsthand
you know what?
experience.
No, excuse me.
I rode in the car with Nikki.
Cross the bridge over to the city, and then come talk to me about how bad New Jersey drivers are.
Are you going to read this?
I'm not reading
You're
that.
not reading that? Oh my God. In an effervescent musical romp that will have you dancing the Charleston in the roaring 20s, and young Millie Dillmount has just arrived in New York City, a place filled with the frisky flappers, dashing leading men, and a dragon lady of villainness.
Wait, hold on a second.
Dragon lady.
He'll do a rapid fire about thoroughly modern Millie coming to the playoffs, but he won't read that.
Everyone knows Thoroughly Modern Millie.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. Raise your eyebrows, dance numbers. It's a perfectly shaped evening of madcap merriment.
Are you going to do the
It's-
tapioca?
The tapioca.
One person knows that joke. Maybe no one does. I don't know.
I want to steal that. Mad Cat Merriment.
I love that.
That's so fun.
Effervescent musical romp.
Have you seen the movie with Julie Andrews?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. And Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, it's so
Oh,
good.
God help me.
And Carol Channing.
I know, Carol Channing. I love
The
it.
camera shots should have been together.
What?
Got little headshots on the video.
Your camera shots should have been together, is what he's saying.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I lost my monitor. Now I can't see. All right. Well, thank you, Sean, for that. Let's get some questions. Why? No one has anything they want to ask us?
They know everything.
Don't be scared.
Oh, don't be scared. Come on. Let's go.
You can ask
Come
anything.
on down.
Well, no, I don't know about anything.
Anything. We don't have to answer it. They can ask it.
Well, actually, I got one more as a rapid fire for you. As I found out at the hotel we're staying at, across the street, they're doing a New Jersey pin trader event this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, we're in Somerset. Yeah, it's at the Hampton Inn over in Somerset off of Davidson Avenue. There was a sign saying, "Welcome, New Jersey pin traders, Disney pin traders."
Huh.
So I saw anything about that.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah. I have no idea. I just saw it on the sign for the Hampton Inn. I have to ask the question, though, since I missed it last night. How was Miss Snooky?
Oh, I don't know. Did you guys like it?
You know, it's a thing when you get to know Julie for any length of time. You know, it doesn't matter what, she always looks amazing.
You're right about that.
She always
Thanks.
looks amazing. She
Corey.
looked. I mean, she was definitely jerseyed up last night.
Well,
but
you
she,
weren't in the hospital when I was giving birth, so.
I'll bet you still look good.
She did.
She looked fantastic last night.
Thanks.
She
It was
really
fun.
did.
It was
I have a
really
photo
long.
on Facebook I put up, and she's all decked out.
Corey, was
Yeah.
she still wearing the outfit when you got back to the room?
Her.
No, I wasn't wearing anything.
Well, See, she just says it. But you should have seen her hair this morning, though.
Oh my God. I told Corey, I said, I feel like I just rolled out of Axl Rose's bed in 1985.
Because that happened.
Well, just so you know, if you need it done again, there is the place where they do the Jerseylicious. That's right down the road here.
Do
from
you know
Drew.
I like that show? That's my favorite Jersey reality show.
Do you know Do you know how close that is?
No,
to
I
this
don't,
place?
because
It's
I
very
would have
close.
loved to have Olivia do my makeup. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes from here. Yeah, where the bowling alleys, I think it's going to be right.
Yeah, I
across the
didn't know. I
street.
should have researched, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you know, I just want to mention that last night with the Tasty Cake eating contest, Kevin, of course, our big winner. And I'm going to let Nikki handle it later about the announcements about how much money was raised, but they raised more money last night on that than they did last year in total on this event. So it was a huge success, and it was really fun watching these people shove Tasty Cakes into their mouth. And this gentleman is really very talented. I mean, because they were just,
No, it was like
How many did you end up eating?
it was like
How many did you end up eating? 10?
10.
10 Tasty Cakes.
I
three-
could
in
eat
3
one bite
minutes.
of one.
In 3 minutes, yeah.
Corey suggested that for the next time we make it like you have to eat like 30 of them, and whoever finishes first wins.
Yeah.
I want to see some vomit. I want to see. I want to see you try and raise money for Give Kids the World to the point where you hurl.
So you like the Stand By Me scene? Where he vomits up all the blueberry pie?
Yeah,
Oh
there
my
you
God.
go.
nasty.
So, all right, thanks for that, Anthony. How are you?
I'm doing well. I actually have a question. So you were talking about DCL and the Magic. You know, we know that they were up here last summer up in New York, and they have them doing so well in Miami and Galveston. Do you think they'll ever come back up north and sell out of either maybe New York or Baltimore, somewhere out Jersey?
I think they're playing around with a lot of itineraries. What's happened, I think, has been with all the enhancements on the new ships. That's where a lot of the attention has gone. The other part of the puzzle is, and this is something Disney Cruise Line does. It kind of confuses me, but the minute they move those ships into another port, it's like the price doubles. Those sailings coming out of New York were really expensive. The sailings going out of Galveston have been very expensive. The sailings going out of Miami are expensive. And that's the problem. If you want people to travel, if you want your audience to travel to these places to go do these cruises, you've got to take a look. You've got to be mindful, at least, of your competition. Any place Disney cruises out of, you're going to have the likes of Norwegian, Carnival, Royal Caribbean in the port right next to you, and those ships are sailing out at half the price. And there does come a point where you say, I'd love to cruise Disney, but I would like to take a vacation on a cruise ship, and I can do it on Royal Caribbean for, half. And that's been the problem. Been the problem going out of Galveston. You're seeing a lot of deals coming out of Galveston right now, and as a result, the numbers in Galveston are going up. So will they come back out of New York? I hope so. I thought that was a cool itinerary for them. But they're playing around a lot with where they go and what they do. One of the reasons you're seeing these enhancements to the Magic, and I'm telling you, even though they just announced the Magic, it's coming to the Wonder next. It is. One of the reasons they're having to do this is because the Magic and the Wonder are not competing well against the new ships. So they're having to do this, generate some buzz. These ships are now going to be doing all these other itineraries, and I think that's what they're hoping for here. But I do think it's going to have to be a combination of enhancements and price adjustments, or at least some kind of special. Because what happens, and it's happening with the Alaska cruises right now, once the people who booked that cruise are outside the cancellation window, all of a sudden we start seeing the rates get dumped, and this is what they're doing. So, I mean, right now on the sailing that we're on, May 27th, I think it is, you can get an inside stateroom on that sailing right now for about $1,800 for two people to go to Alaska, and it was a lot more than that before the cancellation window on that cruise opened. So, that's the best the best tip if you're wanting to do a DCL cruise in one of those locations. And you can travel, inside of 45 days. That's what you wait for. You wait for the cancellation policy on that cruise to kick in so that, nobody can cancel. And that's when they're going to dump their rates. So, but thanks for that. Hi.
Hello, I'm Noelle, and I have a question. It's actually for Kathy.
Oh.
I was just thinking, if Disney was to work with a big company like, say, General Electric and create new electronic technology and could actually bring back the lights of winter. However, the power required for that was so high, it blew a fuse and destroyed Journey into Imagination. So I'm wondering, would you want the lights of wonder back if you lost Journey into Imagination? It's a hard one.
Oh, geez.
Can't have it all.
Knowing Disney, they'd be able to do both at the same time.
No, you can't dodge the question.
Okay. I would go for the lights of winter because I've been able to enjoy Figment all this time that the lights weren't there.
Wow.
Figment will live in my heart.
Wow.
Thank you.
I love that question. I love that question. Who
But
else?
it's not going away.
I remember in the early days of the podcast, I had no idea what you guys all looked like.
Mm-hmm.
I knew what Corey looked like because he was on a couple of pictures. Bob, I saw his face because he was on a couple of pictures. But you guys had this anonymity, and now you don't.
Uh-oh.
Are you being stalked?
No.
Like in the parks when you go around, are people coming up to you like, hey,
Not like that, but yes.
But I don't consider that stalking. I mean, what was happening before this was, and this happened to a lot of us, we'd be in the parks, and people would recognize our voice.
Yeah.
And would come up to us. And now with the video show, especially because I'll tell you, the video shows increased our audience dramatically. The number of people that are watching and listening to the show has gone up more than 50% since the beginning of February.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're so dang attractive. People just want to look at us.
I want to tell you, it was really great when I went with my kids to the park, and we'd be walking through, and people would come up to me and go, "Are you Kathy from the podcast?" And the look on my kid's face is like, there's actually people out there that want to talk to you. And I'm like, yes, yes.
You know what I like? I like it when you're in the park and you ever feel like someone's looking at you.
Yeah.
And you turn around and there's just someone standing there just staring at you. But they don't come forward.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then they just kind of look away.
That's happened.
Well, honestly,
I'm like, dude, just come over here, or maybe not. I don't know.
The only thing that bothers me is that and this happened. We were out in California a few weeks ago, and then somebody posted on my Facebook page, and we saw you guys out there, but didn't want to come up and bother you.
Yeah.
And I'll speak for myself, and I'm pretty sure I speak for everybody else. It's not a bother.
It's not.
No, it isn't. Please, if we haven't met you yet, I want to meet you all.
But some, if we have met, don't. But those people aren't here in this room.
You are.
Yeah, you know who you are.
Well, I'd prefer if somebody came up and said they knew us, because there was one time I was sneaking Julie into the men's bathroom because the women's line was so long, and I found out a week later that we had a listener right there, and he's like, "I saw you sneak Julie into the men's bathroom." If I'd have met him a little while ago, I just would have waited.
I was pregnant, though. I mean, all women who have children know that pregnancy bladders don't hold it. It was either I went to the men's bathroom or there was going to be a cleanup in Epcot.
Well, that bothers me more than anything is when they see us and they don't come up. A lot of the times, the only time that we have a real opportunity to meet our listeners is when we do events like this or do the podcast cruises or things like that. So having that opportunity to get a one-on-one
to see people.
The random run-ins are more, in my opinion, they're a little more fun, to be surprised.
This or what?
No. I mean, like, it's cool to just sort of, where we knew we were going to meet all these people today.
Yeah.
Like, when I go to Magic Kingdom or Epcot, I don't know for sure that I'm going to run into somebody.
Right, exactly.
So having that, it's kind of nice.
And it's nice because, I mean, I work from home most of the time, so I don't,
But I
see
also,
people.
I also learned, don't yell at your children in public spaces, because I was on the Wonder and I was yelling at my daughter for something, and the person next to me in the elevator goes, "Oh my goodness, aren't you Kathy from the podcast?" So I've learned if I'm going to yell at my children, I do it in the privacy of my own room.
You just go right into their ear. That's what I do.
Yes.
Pull them aside.
All right, we have time for one more, and there's the lovely and talented Jeff Alms.
Hi, OKW lover for those that don't know me. And I have a question on any future meets that you're thinking of. Obviously, you're going to the New England meet and the Nova Scotia meet. But I'm just wondering if there's going to be something like a Disapalooza, or if you're ready to talk about a future podcast cruise or anything like that.
We're not ready to announce specifics, just only because contracts have not been signed. But yes. Oh, John's going to kill me. Yes, there will be a Disapalooza this December. And yes, there will be another podcast cruise 2014. That's, I think, 2014. I think that's what he's thinking.
Summer?
I don't know. I really don't. It's. I'm not trying to be coy. We don't like saying until we have a contract signed, deposits paid, all that stuff, because anybody who's ever dealt with you're setting up anything like this, things happen, and so we say something and then it doesn't happen, and then I feel bad. The plan is for a Disapalooza this year, and the plan is absolutely for another podcast cruise. We're just kind of working out the logistics, and I try not to push John on that because...
Should they start emailing Kevin today asking about specifics?
Wanting to know what the events are going to be. But yes, there is definitely plans to do that, and that's as much as I can say without John slapping me. So thank you, everybody, for being here. This has been so much fun doing this, for your support, for Give Kids the World, your support for us today and all the years past. I cannot thank you enough. That is going to do it for this episode of the Diz Unplugged. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back with you again next time with our next episode. Remember, everybody, stay out of the damn lakes. Bye-bye.